Hey riders, here we go. Tuesday night. Why am I back on again today already? Third race video of the day, including one of my own that I did earlier, the kick off the summer event. Let me get a little bit closer here. Let's get cozy, folks. Let's get a little cozy. Trying to get my stuff set up here. So I didn't say I was going to do this one. But where we at, folks, this is a pretty crucial race this week. We are doing stage 5 of the Niteor Road Championship Series. 6 stages in total. And for each stage, to me, it looks like there's about 6 time slots. So they've already done a bunch of racing. They did a prologue, a couple of rolling stages. They did the Alpe d'Huez. And now we're taking on stage 5. The only stage left starts, looks like September 27th. So I think that's just Friday then. And it's TT, no drafting, all bikes allowed. So run what you brung. Get the best bike you can. And it's down in Brazil. But this one's going to be really critical today, folks, just because there's 2 people here. Let's get the map loaded up right now. Let's see how things look here. Check out the stream. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Got the light over here. Not bad. You can see the light right there. Not bad. It's just a little light. Looking pretty good. All I got to do is decorate the background. Maybe get some sound deadening in here. Very dry right now. Yep, Metallica. You know it, right? Okay, so what are we up to today? We are doing, I'm going to look at the details here directly on the Niteor website. We are doing La Vuelta 2021. So we're going back 3 years. We're taking on stage 4, Anquela del Ducado. Man, whew. You might think I'm Spanish. I know. I get that a lot. Just kidding, folks. 35 kilometers, 343 meters of climbing. They're saying average gradient 1%, max gradient 8. What's really cool about this is that, I believe it was yesterday, some hitters came out. The hitters, ding, 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 came out to play. Name that movie if you know it. Warriors. Anyways, so, I'm not seeing it here. So there's been a mix of riders in here. So there's a couple of stages I've missed, but the ride that I saw yesterday, I just saw the standings. Tuden from the Muckers, first place. Set a really, really fast time, and it's still number 1. 50 minutes, 1 second, 0.31. Second place, Niels Brenham. In that race, he's 4th overall in the standings of this stage. Third place was Alex from Team GRC. Yes, Alex. 4th place, Thomas Lynn, Team GRC. There's 2 riders that have snuck in between. Isidoro Panaris. So great having Niteor because now I'm seeing everyone's names, their full names. Because when I'm on Ruby, the names get shortened a little bit. It's always Isidora Pan. So it's Isidora Panaris. Really strong ride. It was only 21 seconds off Tuden's time. Then we've got Giovanni Berti, 21.73 seconds off. Then we're going to drop back about 1 minute and 20 seconds to get to Niels Brenham, which was a great ride. Alex, Thomas Lynn. Let's see who others names I know here. Like, there's a lot of names I don't know. Here's John Chady, Truck Stop Johnny. So Clyde, 235. David Acker. Yeah, I'm right. John B, 1982. I haven't seen that guy for a while. John, how you doing? So you are lurking. John B's first ever event that I remember him being with us was one of the Gem City Team Time Trials. Seems like I got too much. Yeah, we don't really, ooh, how does this look? You got to get that all in there, Let's get it all in. Less than 5 minutes to go, folks. Let's take a look at the start chute. Taking a look at the start chute now. I've got the secondary laptop over here. Looking good. Okay. Moss Boss. Taquito. Loa. Luis Paracycling. Yeah, cool dude. Colombian. Jefferson 95. So I don't see the overall GC for the event right now. I'm sure it's dug in here somewhere into Niteor, but I'm going to say that Jefferson 95 is leading the whole thing. And probably, here's Patrick Navarre. I don't know this rider. Level 25. Good to have him aboard. He's doing a little warm-up right now. You can see he's spinning. Red 11 Bunny. This is Logan. John Chady's son. So, ooh, yes, that means John won't be racing tonight now. So I saw John signed up here. So they were probably having a who's going to do which race, because John was signed up in an early one. I think he did compete today already in the earlier race. I kind of like sitting up high here. How does this look? I like to have my arm on my handlebars for some reason. Yeah, so my bike is right here. See it? There's the seat right there. Kind of blends away. And yeah, the handlebars are right here, obviously. So whenever I'm riding, I'm pretty close to my screen. Got to fix all that up. Backing out a little bit here. Hey, did anyone jump into the stream? Wow, John did. Hey, John. Should be a fast ride tonight, correct. Wasn't sure our schedule. Yeah, so I saw Red 11 Bunny here, your son, and I saw your name registered twice today from what I remember. So did you do this morning's? I think you must have. And that looked like a pretty good race. It looked like there was like 28 people that actually finished it. So all of a sudden, these Niteor races are filling right up. So hopefully the videos help. I'm just going to tweak this. Ooh, I just got too much gain on the mic there. I like it at 2.5. You can see that here on the OBS. Let's have a little quick peek. Yeah, John did it this morning. So that should be about good sound levels. I think we will jump back to the app itself. We will get back in here. So yeah, Red 11 Bunny, this is Logan. He's not warming up, John. Let's get him on that bike. He's got 2.5 minutes. I think our lone female competitor, level 14, Johanna Pohl. Really cool. Look at this dude, level 10. What am I going to say here? Wonk? Yeah, Wonk. That is good. Here he is now, Dustin, Darth Puncher. So I might not be 100% correct, but it's probably Jefferson, first place, Darth, second place. This is a critical race for these two. 2 minutes to go, folks. Countdown's on. I want to say vital, but I think it's more of a vital. Yes, vital. Looks like he's not hooked up right now. He's probably having some connection issues, so hopefully he gets that figured out. Ooh, yeah, and if anyone's watching the stream, change your bike, folks. Change your bike. This has been happening all day long. Look at all these black and purple bikes. Wrong bike, wrong bike, wrong bike. You don't want that bike. You need more aero today. Saw this all day today. So today I've done the kickoff the summer event. 2,000 bonus coins, folks. Keep your eyes peeled for those. Quick tip, pro tip right here. I feel like I'm slouching. I just feel kind of, here I don't like it. Pro tip for tomorrow. It's been renamed Cabo de Formentor, which I guess is probably correct. Cabo, probably the same thing. Like when I go to Cabo San Lucas all the time, it's the very tip of the Baja Peninsula. It's running all day tomorrow, official event. It is a summer event, so whatever. Do your rides the way you want. But there's 1,000 bonus coins in that one. So I think it's 371 coins if you just decide to do it yourself. Or you can do it in one of the official time slots, helping out Ruby Racing, getting a bigger draft, and you'll get a bonus 1,000 coins on top. Oscar GTZ's here, 30 seconds, folks, coming up here right away. Cactus Jack is back. Haven't seen this guy for a while, so that's the importance of being consistent in these events. You need to show up every week to be at the top. Barris Phil, pretty sure I put a V on that. Chilean rider. Neil Jose, yep, seen this guy before. Looks Colombian. Viper 90, back. And this looks like a Rodrigo. Yeah, like a Rodrigo. Hey, looking pretty dapper in the avatar there too, man. Here we go, folks. 3, 2, 1. Gadoosh. And it is off. Rocket start here. Red 11 Bunny going hard right here. Jefferson pushing hard out at the front too. So, looks interesting. Let's look at the profile. We got a little bit of false flat at the beginning, some downhill, moving to what I would call more of a climb, about a third of the way in before our first split. Some rollers and false flats. Look at Jefferson here, dropping 7 watts per kilo at this point. Darth just hanging on right now with Oscar, Neil, Moss Boss, Beresfield's right there as well. I think Jefferson's just trying to ride them off his wheel. He's riding the Live bike too, best bike you can have for this right now. I did just look before, so took a bit of a break off the Ruby thing right now. Came back in. I cannot find the Gen 8 Madone. It doesn't appear in the customization right now. I know it was taken away from everyone, but I've seen a few riders on today. Okay, so here we go. Beresfield pulls everyone back together. Darth Puncher's there as well. Jefferson, was that a match quickly burned? Did he really need to do that, folks? We're going to find out pretty quick. Like I said, keep it as we get further into the race. Fastest time was 50 minutes and I believe 31 seconds. Sorry, 50 minutes and 1 second. Tootin himself, super strong Dane. Generally appears a lot in the Muckers events, but hasn't been lately. I asked Neil about that, and for the Muckers, and from what I heard is that Tootin's just really having a hard time making the time slots these days. Look at Darth at the front right now, just pushing ahead a little bit. Very interesting. Get the map loaded up again. You can see them here, all kind of strung out already. I think this is the kind of thing you don't want to get too far away by yourself and do all the work by yourself all day. Jefferson's reacting here, coming back up over Jefferson's left side. Beresford. So basically, we got 3 riders at the front, folks. Jumping back, you can see Cactus Jack, Patrick Navarre, Moss Boss, Neil Jose. These guys, they need to work together, throw down their differences for now, work as a group, fight it out later. That's what you got to do in these cases. Viper 90 looking strong too, 8th place, riding Gen 7 Madone. So funny now because for the past 3 weeks to a month, all I've seen is red, blue, and yellow bikes with a smattering of live bikes here, there, and everywhere. And then, of course, people on new bikes. So let's just bounce back, see how many people we got here. So we did have one rider. Vital didn't make it out of the chute. Juan Carlo disconnected, who maybe looks like less than a kilometer into the race. Could be in the bushes there. Newer rider, not on the perfect bike for this. I'm not sure if they'd have enough money to buy a better one. This rider forgot to change their bike. Johanna, she's on a Ruby bike as well. So these are the starter bikes, folks, that they're not optimized for performance yet. So you can equip yourself with better bikes. So I think this is the bike that you earn. This is Logan, Red 11 Bunny. Riding really strong here, 4 watts per kilo, folks. So Logan is a lightweight. He's a young guy, though. So it looks like he only weighs about 60 kilos, maybe 132 pounds, something like that. But he's 14 years old. So he's going to fill out over the years. But riding good here, 3.5 watts per kilo. Luis, just up ahead, paracyclist, 2.7 watts per kilo, looking good. Then we got Loa. I just always use the first part of their name because I know the last part's really going to mess me up. Taquito I've seen around a lot. Taquito here moving with Wonk. Oh, and we just had a breakdown. Viper 90 just broke down, folks. Very frustrating. Oscar GTZ just up the road. Oh, look at this, though. Viper 90 reconnected. So Viper 90 probably has everything downloaded. Keeps pedaling through those disconnects, and it positions him automatically. If he would have just sat there, punching the computer screen, of course he wouldn't do that. You can tell by his avatar. He's super chill dude. Let's just leave it at that. You're not going to go anywhere. So keep pedaling. Keep pedaling, keep pedaling, keep pedaling. Even when you disconnect, because when it comes back, it's going to put you where you should be. So good job there by Viper. Patrick Navarre. Ooh, this is a nice group too. Neil Jose, Moss Boss, and Patrick Navarre. We got a smattering of bikes here. Actually, I saw this one earlier today too, the one on the left. I don't know what bike that is. Could be a Merida, who knows? This is the Ruby bike. This is the best bike out of these 3. Moss Boss is rocking the Cervelo S5. Believe that one is I think it's a 3-weight 4 aero. So it's as aero as you can get for a road bike. It's aero bike by definition. The only thing better would be like a TT bike, but they are heavy. This is kind of like, it's pretty decent weight, but it's not as good as the Madone or the Liv, just weight-wise. So, depending on the course, you know, like there's probably not enough hills on this course to really make a difference. You know, say the Madone versus the Cervelo. It's the arrow that's going to count on the flatter sections. We're going to jump way up here. Here we got Bearsville. Ooh, look at this. They're all four together. So Cactus Jack came back somehow. I missed all that as I was working my way up through the field. So we got four at the front. Darth Puncher, Jefferson, Bearsville, and Cactus Jack. Everyone knows who Cactus Jack is, correct? This guy's put a nice spin on it. He's kind of francophoned it. Cactus Jack, WWF wrestler. Back in the day, before he became someone else even more famous. So, you might have to go deep into the internets to find these things out. Have a little quick peek at the map. And pretty spread out. We're going to bounce back, see if John's got any input for us from his son. Bashak is in the house. Yes, Bashak, I am still on. So, I did my race this morning. You saw it. That was really good. 2,000 bonus coins. 232 for doing it yourself. I just looked into this. 2232 for doing it in that group. Yeah. See, this is what I deal with Bashak. So Bashak's look in here going, John, is that you? So we all know him as John Chady. And then in our Discord group and on Ruby, he's SR71. But on YouTube, he's Fast Four-Lug Foxbody, F4F. So, welcome to my world. You just got to figure it out on the fly. Yeah, John saying Colin 24/7. Yeah, so I took a quick break. I was meaning to do the GUR race, but I was just kind of frazzled. It was right after my race. I think I had 15 minutes out of the shower to prepare. I thought, you know what? I'm going to take it easy. I'll do the Muckers event because it's the big one of the day. I knew Bashak was going to be racing in it and a few other of the GRC members. So I put my time into that one. And then I bounced out of that one and jumped into the second Muckers race. So that was like 2 hours straight. Jumped off, all the chores. Things are okay outside. Goats are good. Goats and piggies live together. It's a beautiful day out today. I think we hit 85 degrees Fahrenheit. We've got 2 really nice days coming up, and then we're going to start sliding right into fall. Quick supper. Boom. We're in here. I don't expect a lot of people in the stream, but the diehards are here. John, we need some input from Logan. What can you tell us about Logan right now? How's he looking? Sweat should be just pouring off him right now. Let's see how this is going to be. Darth Punt looking good right at the front. 7 watts per kilo going up this climb here. Now let's see what this guy's like here. This might be a pretty good little climb. Might climb at least 100 meters here, I think. Sorry, I'm kind of like staring over my microphone here. I wonder what I look like. I better have a little peek-see at this. Yeah, so I'm kind of looking. Actually, you guys can't even see. There's a microphone. Oh, I just turned it off. Here's my microphone. That's it. I'm all high tech now, folks. We are not cheap here anymore. So it's a big step up from this. That was the microphone before. So living large, killing it over here. So anyways, what else did we want to say? Let's have a little peek again here. Let's have a good look. I've got a few things in my brain here I need to discuss. Cactus Jack looking really strong today. Level 70 rider. Darth is there. Bearsville and Jefferson. 180 meters back to Neil Jose, who looks like he's distanced himself from Moss Boss. Just riding, half a watt per kilo higher. Can he pull himself back? Yeah, look, you can just see him slowly working away. It's like Moss Boss is kind of 3.2, 3.3, and Neil is just managing to ride like 0.5, 0.6. Look at Patrick Navarre coming up. Level 25 rider, and he's even on the Ruby bike here, folks. So, at a disadvantage weight-wise and aero, and he's making a comeback, so he's working hard. Viper 90 bouncing back further 100 meters back. They're not that far around the corner. Take a look, just around that bend. So Viper 90's here. The riders ahead of him are just around that corner. You can't see them. Taquito. Oh, look at this group. Taquito, Wonk, and Oscar GTZ are here. You just see Viper 90 up ahead of us. If we jump on, let's say Wonk, yeah, there's Viper 90 right here. So they're going to reel him right back in. How's Logan doing here? Come on, Logan. Logan's not that far behind them. So Loa is in no man's land. Just trailing that group ahead of him. Oh, he's right behind Taquito, actually. Oh, no. Sorry, they're 190 meters up the road. So, but again, just around the bend here. We got Loa dropping back to Red 11 Bunny, who is with Lewis here. He's got an H. Is that a Herrera, maybe? Possibly. Pretty common surname for them. Johanna Pohl doing nice, too. Bashok, which bike is this? Is this a standard Ruby bike, or... That's what it looks like it's saying. I'm trying to look at sideways at the bike. And we got Rodrigo. So we're down to 16 riders. So ideally, I should have caught that race at 10:15, I think it was. But then I would have missed those two. The juiciness of the 2,000 bonus gold coins. And that's what I'm all about. I want to buy bikes. Get them into the garage. Get back to the front, folks. See what's going on. Look at this. Cactus Jack being distanced here, folks. Riding 3 watts per kilo. He's upping it out to 3.7. He's going to need to match stroke for stroke here, pedal for pedal to get back on, folks. He's just outside the draft. There wouldn't be a lot of draft here at this 2.5%, 3% stuff, but now is the time to go. It's now or never. Critical point in the race for Cactus Jack. Looks like he's ramping it up. He can see it coming back. Look at this, 15, 14, 13, 12. He's going to just be getting the draft bar kicking in. Now he's on Bearsville. Perfect job, dude. I love catching this stuff. He's blowing right through. He's on a mission to get back on Bearsville. Jump on. Get on that train. Don't worry about Joey Jojo. She's giving the dogs trouble for one nipping the other one. They're playing a little bit rough today. Hazel has this brand new toy she likes to play with. Whip it around like it's a dead animal. And then she pulls the little dogs around with it. So that was pretty cool to see there, folks. Cactus Jack dragged himself all the way back on. Is Bearsville in a little bit of trouble here? I think he's okay. He's just working his way back on here. We're in the early stages. It's early days, folks. Early days. We're going to bounce back into the chat, get some info from Bashak and John here. Let's have a little peek. Yes, the YouTube channel. I got it. Yeah, he's tired from pushing, trying to recover, but working with Luis H to catch John L. Okay, John L. Okay, so which one is John L? Okay, so if I bounce back, if I see where Red 11 Bunny is... Oh, is Loa John L? Is that his name? Because that's all I can figure out here. They're 260 meters behind him, and John's saying that they're trying to catch up to him right now. So let's just bounce back into the chat. John L is Loa. Okay, got it. Thanks, John. Ruby bike, white decals. How many coins Logan needs to... Yeah. 30,000 for everyone. So Logan's got to put in some time on the bike. John, you're a mechanic. I'm sure you can rig something up to help him out of it. No, don't do that. Don't be doing that. No cheating. Luis Hernandez. Oh, Hernandez. Yeah, okay. That's a good one too. So Luis Hernandez. John's done more stuff with these people than I have, so it's good to get to know their names. Niteor does kind of show a lot of it. I can pick up people's last names here. Yeah. Like Bashak says, he should be doing the weekly goals. That's 2150 coins right there. Sorry, 2250 coins right there. Do the 3 things. You get your 3 gold coin awards, and then you get your 500 XP on top. So, yeah, Logan's still doing all the weekly goals. Yeah, easy group rides on weekends. And the Ruby races, yeah, so I got a bonus 2,000 today for a 15-kilometer race. 15 kilometers, I got 2,000 extra. Tomorrow, Cabo de Formentor is 1,000 bonus. It's 19 kilometers long. So the one today was really good. Okay, so John's in the American. Yeah, they use Telegram a lot, don't they? I see that advertised. Some of the podcasts I listen to use Telegram as well. It's just something I've never even tried out once. It's like there's so many different platforms to use. It's kind of like, okay, enough already. I'm sure you guys will scream at me if the stream looks crappy, if my head's too big. Should we move things around? Ooh, how's this, folks? Ooh. Okay, let's get back there. I'm getting a bit kooky tonight, I think. Just leave it right there. Stop messing around. Okay, hopefully I didn't miss... Okay, look at this. Darth is at the front right now. Jefferson, 7 meters back, still in the draft. Yeah, he'll be getting a good draft at this point. And they're all going to come back together. Once they started getting a little bit of downhill momentum, getting into the draft, they just start pulling. Awesome to see this. This is really good racing here, folks. I love the Niteor website page. What I really enjoy, the live times. I was talking to David about it. The times are up right away. And it takes a while for them to show up on Ruby because the event is still, even though it's over, the event is still kind of officially running. So what that means, there must be like a time cutoff that Ruby has with an algorithm that then it says, okay, now we post the times. Whereas the Niteor page from AKA the Niteor dude, David, he's getting the data right away and it's getting posted. So it's cool to see. I can see the results a lot quicker. I really appreciate that. Okay, we've got 4 at the front. How's the back looking? What's going on back there? We got 2 riders at the back, Rodrigo and Johanna Pohl. I'm pulling for her today. She's a level 14, although Wonk may be getting the prize, the coveted award that only a select few ever get. The lowest level rider award. If I had something to give you, I would. He's chasing after Patrick Navarre here. It looks like he's closing the distance. Let's just have a little peek at this. 3.5 watts a kilo to 2.5 watts a kilo. Look at the distance coming down. 50, 49, 48, 47, 46. It just keeps dropping. He is hunting him down, folks. I love doing stuff like this. So fun. So yeah, I had a really good ride today. Hooked up with Chris Dark. He was behind me by a little bit. Not because I was riding better than him. Just that's the way the start happened. There was a big downhill. Bashak was screaming in my ear, go, 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 go. And I was like, nah, I'm waiting for Chris. And then I kind of jumped on Chris's coattails and he dragged me to the finish. But it was a really good ride. We had a lot of people around us. Kekapolka was there. David 1951. You know, once you get into those groups, you're going to only see maybe 10, 12, 13 riders spread out. I think there's a lot of riders in that one as well. So what's going on tomorrow? Tomorrow, I don't know what I'm doing on Ruby. I did see that, that Cabo de Fermentor. If you're just looking for gold coins, that's probably a smart, easy one. I might do something longer. I do have a meeting in first thing in the morning with Ruby, and I do have a lunch in downtown Calgary tomorrow, so my day is going to be a little bit weird. Kind of feeling, I'm going to have to ride like at 10 a.m. or something. Thursday, we got muckers going off again. Friday, we got... I know I'm competing in the Gem City ICC TTT. So, heard from the organizer, John Shady. So this one, you know what? I don't even know where we're racing, guys. All I've been told is that you're being recruited to the Clydesdale team and you're being the leader, so you get to do all the pulling. That's all I know. I was nominated for that. Probably a poor decision by the other riders. But what John did tell me is next month's team time trial, get your team time trials and start thinking about who you want to bring in. Start working on your teams now. You're getting over a month's notice for this baby. It will be Las Vegas at night, number 2. So I think that's the one. Well, there's 2 of them. One goes all the way down the strip. So starts just at the south end, Mandalay Bay, Luxor, Excalibur, through the heart of, kind of the main part of the strip where it's Pricer hotels and stuff like that, Bellagio, Caesars, all that kind of stuff. And in one of those videos, it goes up past Resorts World, kind of into a little bit of Shadyville. Like between the strip and Fremont, there's a little bit of sketchiness in there, especially at night. So it makes sense. The other one, which I think they're probably going to do, Las Vegas is night number 2, if I remember. You go up the strip, turn around where they're building Resorts World. I think that might actually show up in the video. There's red. There should be like red on the left-hand side of the turnaround. You just turn around at a light. You go right back down the strip past everything else. So I'll confirm that with John tomorrow. Actually, he's here right now. Okay. Who else is watching? I don't know if we have many watchers. It says we have 5 viewers right now. Like, I can see how many viewers we have right now. Obviously, guys, it's Tuesday night. 7 o'clock at night for me. Later for you, John. Even later for you, Bashak. There won't be a ton of people on here. But 12 views, that means 12 people have came in and out, and 5 people are hanging out. So I don't know who these other 3 people are, but hey man, say hi. All you gotta do is type in that little box down below. Are you on Ruby? Are you on Zwift? Are you on my Whoosh, IndieVelo? I've been kind of having a peek at all of them lately, seeing what they do different. All I can say is that my Whoosh looks very flashy. The seasonal pass, the menus. I said it in a video earlier today. They sent one of their viewers, well, their developers, they probably bought them all a copy of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and said, here, play this game for a month. That's all you need to do. Now, we want you to design a progression system and implement it into this gaming platform. Because it's so obvious to me. It's so obvious. The seasonal pass. So guys, in my Whoosh now, there is a pay for seasonal pass. But I think when it says pay, so I haven't touched my Whoosh ever. It's on my machine though. It lurks here now. Usually with these game systems, there'll be season pass. There'll be a free version and there'll be a pay version. So let's just say there's 100 rewards. Some of the games I play will have 100 rewards over the season. Every 5th reward will be free. So at 5, 10, 15, 20. The 4 in between, only the paid people get. But I'm pretty sure, looking at my Whoosh, that you're paying with in-game currency. So you're going to earn coins by doing things. There's coins and gems. Sorry folks, I missed it when Bearsville fell off the back. Might have been over one of these bumps. You can see they're on right now. Let's just jump back here. Right where Viper 90 is. There's a nice little bump here. I bet you there was a tack over this. Viper 90 and Neil Jose are here right now. I'm mostly concerned about watching these front two. Like, they're always together. So yeah, it looks like you use coins or gems to pay for the season's pass. So I actually thought it might be cash. Because I do play video games too where they're absolutely free. You get this gigantic video game that they spent. Some video games are very expensive. They might put $150 million into a video game. But a good video game will pull back $1 billion. No problem. I think the single biggest the single biggest entertainment franchise in the world, take a guess? Grand Theft Auto 5. That's right. It's bigger than any movie. It's bigger than Titanic. It's bigger than everyone. Oh, this movie's... It's way bigger. Like, way, way bigger. Just gigantic. It's just a beast. And they just know how to do these things. So, the seasons pass. And yeah, again, so some of the games I do play, absolutely free. But if you want to have the extra stuff quicker, or you want to unlock more, you might pay $8.99 for the season's pass, which will last you 3 months. It helps you unlock things quicker. You'll get some free unlocks. Maybe you skip some levels. Everyone else can get the same stuff at some point. Like, they kind of lock some of it away, and then they'll maybe give it out later. But anyways, that's what I thought about my Whoosh just looking at it. I was working on that yesterday. So we got our 3 at the front. I can hear, if you hear anything in the background, it's Joey just being a little bit nutty and wacky with the dogs. She's in one of those kinds of moods. Oh, now she's singing now, folks. I don't understand. It's not metallic either. Let's take a look at the back here. Yeah, Johanna, get it. Look at this. She's catching with Rodrigo. I'm not sure how you say his name. I'm going to go with Rodrigo. I think he retires this year, doesn't he? That EF education guy? What is that his name, Rodrigo? Yeah, I think it is. I think he's done this year. It's been around forever. Logan's still doing decent. He's putting out good power. Like, good watts per kilo here. The difference is that Logan is pushing out big watts per kilo, But the absolute number is not huge, and that's because, like I said before, guys, he's 14 years old. So he's not going to be able to develop the huge absolute power numbers. So he's doing about 160 watts. Oscar ahead of him is doing 212, pushing the same watts per kilo. On the flats, you want that bigger absolute number for speed. The watts per kilo is more important on the climbs. See if anyone else has got any input for me here. Any stories they want to tell me. Okay, so yeah, John saying, yeah, woohoo, team time trial time. Yeah, so that's coming up this Friday. See how we do. So I'm doing that at 10 a.m. and then at 11:45. It's probably going to be a hard time trial. Okay, Logan's trying to catch Oscar. Okay, good to know. I'm going to be back to that right away. We're on these three for now. John also says here, the Las Vegas at night 2 is the one that him and Ragnar had their mano a mano battle on. But there was other riders in that race, though, from what I remember. I don't think there was any drafting, though. This is kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe there was. But at least there was the mental draft. I talked about that today when I was following Chris Dark, going up some of those hills where the draft was like 6 watts. I said it in my video, whatever my heart rate was doing. I got mental draft. I'm not going to lose Chris's back wheel. He's decked out in GRC, and I know he's pulling for me, so just kind of dig deep and just go. So we're going to back up here and see where Logan is, because he's apparently chasing down Oscar. So they got about it's a kilometer gap, so he's got a little bit of work to do here. Where can he catch him? He's riding hard, though. Like, very, very hard. Always like right around 3 watts per kilo. He's dropping down a bit here. Maybe he's doing a gear shift there. Kind of watch these things really close. I don't know. I think by doing this, I might stare at these numbers more than anyone does. I'm constantly looking at numbers. Even when I ride now, I'm constantly looking at them. And you know what? I was thinking about this too. I don't know if I want to see them. Like, what do you guys think? Wish I could do a poll. Maybe I'll do it again in another race too where there's a bunch more people watching. Should we be able to see what the other rider's doing? Like, I don't think so. It's a giveaway. It's cool for me to be able to see it and call it. I guess that's why it's there. But maybe for racing, it's like you can just watch and see when someone's applying power. And giveaway. So we've got our 3 at the front. Bearsville has fallen back. Viper 90 riding really strong here. 4 watts per kilo. At the rate he's going, okay, he switched it down a little bit. Oh, he's with Neil Jose again. So it looks like Neil Jose has clawed his way back to Viper 90 at this point. I think these two might be able to reel back Bearsville if Bearsville's not careful. Looks like he's back on it. In the skeleton costume suit. I think I'm going to have a very early night tonight. I slept so horrible last night. Like, I stayed up late. I don't know why. Watching TV. Then I woke up late. Okay, forget it. 11. Sorry. And then I think I woke up at 12:30. Then I was wide awake at 10 after 2. Then I was wide awake at 3. Then I was wide awake at 4. So just did not sleep good at all. So I need to catch up on that. So again, like I just said, going for just a little lunch today with an old friend. Sorry, tomorrow. But that person has really good contacts. Could lead to something. We're not sure. Jumping back into the chat. Okay. But you can see what they are doing in real life rides. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, if you're riding, yeah, I guess so. If you're riding close to them, and I guess there is that too, you only get to see 3 or 4 people ahead and behind you. And in real world racing too, John, you're right. There's so much radio usage. There's so much TV camera time. They're watching the TVs going, hey, so-and-so is going on a break. It's just giving us a number instead of saying, uh-oh, watch out, so-and-so is dropping the hammer. Or he's dying off the back. So, yeah, I changed my mind. Because you would see the rider doing it anyways. I guess it just makes it a little bit more secretive. I know when radios first came out at professional levels, a lot of teams were freaking out. I think Motorola brought it out, which makes sense. What am I drinking tonight? I would like to say a beer, but it's not. It is a Western Family, no-name brand, blackberry tangerine, 0 calories, 0 sodium, 0 sugar, which means virtually 0 flavor. Sorry. Give me a little bit of sugar. A little bit of sugar. Yes. Dropping back in, folks. We are dropping back in. So, I'm not going to say the name. I listened to a little bit of a cycling podcast today. You guys might know. And I just heard the dude's talking. I haven't listened to it yet. And I'm like, it just makes me want to do my podcast. I just heard them talking. And I'm like, I know I can do this. So I keep telling people, podcast come. I just need to sit down and do the recording and done. And make it interesting and make it fun and just this exact same style. Talk about races coming up. A lot of it's going to be stuff that you probably heard before, but for some people, they're not going to sit and watch these videos. But they'll listen to a podcast at the gym or when they're out for a run or maybe when they're biking even. They may not want to watch the videos. Not everyone's into YouTube, especially this demographic. So, or maybe they just don't have time. But on their drive to work, they can listen to the podcast, get all the updates, stuff like that. And yeah, I really got to get on this because I want to have the guests on the podcast. So I think I'll just do the first one as quick as I can. Tomorrow's not looking good. Thursday, we got muckers going off. Plus, and the problem too is I got to ride. I have to get my rides in too. So in the next couple days, I'll record it, just me, so I can get the system figured out, the software. How do you upload it to Spotify? Make sure it gets shared to Apple, and then boom, I'm off to the races, and then I'll be pumping them out. And there's so many good people to talk to. So many good stories. So that's coming. I figured if those guys can do a podcast, I can do a podcast. No problems. Maybe I'm talking a little bit too big about myself, but yeah, I'm okay with it. You gotta ride. Yes, yeah. We gotta bring the 300. I know, man. I know. I'm not there right now. Just takes a while. I think, if I got more consistent with this, you know what? I guess if I wasn't actively looking for work, trying to get my career back, or just do something. Like I'm in this weird world right now of just, okay, I'm going to take an anything job. And then it's like, well, now I can't find a good job. And then I can't work on my Ruby videos. And I can't do this. If I was in a world where I'm like, yeah, you're going to make this much money per month doing whatever it is that you like to do, I could smash watts at a certain time per day and know that all the other stuff is something I want to do anyways. But I'm just not in that position yet. And I hear this from podcasts all the time. I listen to a lot of podcasts, like tons of them. A bit of everything, really. I've done all the history stuff, not any self-help, a lot of weird stuff, crime stuff. They all say the same thing. If everyone could support, if everyone helped out, I could do this like full-time. That's their standard line, and it's so true. You could put more time into it, make it better. So it'll get there. I know it will. I actually gave a shout out to Peter today, Peter Samick, the CEO of Ruby, because he was on that race. So I said hi to him on the race. I hope he watches the video at some point. Yeah, lots going on. Just so much to do. Like today, I am really tired now. Hey, check the course out here. This looks really cool with the, I'm not really talking about the windmills, whatever you want to call them, but look at this little steeple here of this church up on the hill. Just love it. If it wasn't so far to get there, I'd go to Europe in a second. Travel around, Italy, Spain. I think Spain and Portugal would be like my highlights. Just a totally different way of living though. Like it's so crazy when you look at how they live. Where's all the houses? It's all just like apartments with like big families living in one kind of apartment block for like their entire lives. It's very strange. Repsol on the left there. So different from the way we live. Like every little family in their own home. So like, look at all these people here. No one here has a backyard. They just live in their buildings, and then they come out and they hang out in the park across the road, I guess. Just a different style. So at the front group is a good 4 watts per kilo here. Darth and Jefferson side by side as usual. They got to stick together. The time trial on Friday could be very decisive, because the time trial is the thing where you could just completely implode with your timing, your pacing. So maybe this one they're just going to ride together all the way and leave it to the time trial. That could happen. It's going to have a little peek back here again. Johanna's moved up past Rodrigo. Come on, Rodrigo, you can do it, man. Down in Brazil, riding his bike. Awesome stuff. Okay, so it looks like Bunny is pulling back Oscar now. Okay, I think before there was like almost a 1 kilometer gap between the two of them. Was I right about that, John? I thought it was like 1.03 kilometers. Maybe I was looking at it wrong. Maybe I was hovering on Luis Hernandez here, and that's where I'm seeing that 1.08. But I swear it was this one. I thought it was Logan to Oscar was like almost a kilometer. Maybe John can let me know here. He says yes, so I'm assuming that means yes. Unfortunate reality of aerobic fitness. This is from Bashak. Needs commitment. Takes months to build, days to lose. I wish 15 to 20 minutes of riding a day was enough. I know, right? That's why I want to start doing... It was 0.63 miles. Yeah, John, that's a kilometer. That's the conversion right there. You're almost spot on. 1 kilometer is 0.624 of a mile. So, like, that's how I'm always figuring things out on the ride. When I'm in the States, it's a quick conversion. Just flip-flop between those two conversions. So, yeah, he's really hauling them back, so that'll be cool to watch. Kind of neat to watch that battle. So that's what I'm going to do too going forward. Just a couple little spoilers here. I mean, not many people are going to see this video. I'm going to start picking out what I think was my favorite part of the ride. And it might be something like this. Watching Logan just reel Oscar back in. Oscar's not really going that hard. I wonder if he's like, is he possibly waiting for him a little bit? I don't know, because Oscar has a huge jump to John L ahead. Like 1.37 kilometers, which is 0.8, 0.9 of a mile. He's never going to catch him. So maybe that's going on. I'm not too sure. But yeah, Logan's riding hard. 3 watts per kilo here. He's right on like 61 kilograms or something, I believe. Taquito is with Moss Boss. Okay. Bouncing up to Neil Jose, who looks like he's on a bit of a mission here. Viper 90. Ooh, there's only 160 meters separating these two. So Viper's just left the town. Neil's just coming out of it. So here's Viper. He's just left the town. Neil's coming fast right now. Getting up to the split. And Bearsville is just, not that far up the road. So Viper and Neil are coming up quick. Wow, cool stuff. Viper pushing hard. I think he's got some really bad gear changes here or something. I'm like real huge drops down to 0. I've seen this a few times. I don't know what it is exactly. It can happen, I guess. It's happened to the best of us. Maybe Bashak wants to pipe in about that. Bashak almost dropped his chain 30 seconds from the finish after a brutal climb on one race I watched. And I saw it go down. It's all documented in the video. You could pay me $1 million right now, and I wouldn't know which race it was. I've done so many videos now; they're all just starting to blur together. But I was watching him riding strong. I think he was with like 2 or 3 other riders. Coming up to the very top of the climb, it was a long climb too. Not a brutal one, not like a 15 to 1800 meter annual recertification ride coming up again soon, folks. But I don't know, maybe it was 1,000 meters or something. And I saw Bashak's numbers. They were probably like, 3.5 to 5 watts a kilo up that grind of a hill. just bouncing around, you know, and all of a sudden, down to 0. And I could tell right away, I'm like, mechanical. That's where you shift gears, and it shifts too far. It gets hung up. It gets into your frame on the back end there, you know, with the forks. Sorry, the chain stays. You can drop your chain right in there sometimes. I've done that, and it locks in place. And then 3-4 seconds of like, you could see little bursts of power. Then all of a sudden, it was like 7.5, 8 watts a kilo as he was trying to get back on. Again, don't remember the race. Okay, Bashak's out of here. Okay, Bashak, take it easy, man. Yep. Watch the finish in the morning. So we're moving on here. What time is it for me? 7:56. So it's not late. But yeah, oh yeah, the pillow and YouTube tonight. Watch my favorite YouTubers. Might be me. Actually, I gotta watch back through the races from today. Because I didn't... the race is finished and I forget who won right away. Like, I kind of know. Or some of the really cool events that happened in them. I remember them at the moment, but I did so much today, I've kind of lost track of all of it. Say, Darth at the front. Look at this. He's got a 20-meter gap back to Jefferson. What's going on here? Jefferson coming back, though. He's going to have to work really hard here. And Darth's turning it up, too. 4.5, 5.1 watts per kilo. A little bit longer, you might see a meter clawed back. This is where Darth has to go right now, because at the end of this climb, there's a downhill runaway, folks. There, Jefferson just pulled back a meter, so Darth turns it up a little bit. Let's turn up the heat, folks. Okay, Darth's power's dropped. This might give... yeah, here comes Jefferson right now. Darth's got to get back up to that 4.5 right now if he wants to do this. You can see up ahead in the distance where the hill's going to end, and then the ramp is to take off. Darth has to work extremely hard here, but Jefferson's getting back into the draft right now. So that move, that was a match burn for sure, folks. Big match burn there. Hopefully Darth can recover here. If Jefferson was to just be cutthroat, he would just attack right now. Go past him and start ramping up the power. He might do it the plate weight. Just get in front, start ramping it up, ramp it up, ramp it up, ramp it up. Darth needs to get into that draft and just hold. Don't get dropped here in case Jefferson is suffering a little bit. It's funny with cycling, when you're dying and you're racing near someone, you think they're doing so well and they've got stuff figured out. They're half dead too. Right? They're like hanging over the handlebars for all they're worth. That's what you always got to tell yourself. Look at this here. Jefferson's going for it here. 5.5 watts per kilo. Darth right there. Right there, dude. Get on his tail. Here he comes. Awesome stuff. I love seeing this. I love the story here. It's like one punch, two punch, counter punch. It's happening. But I just don't know what they're going to do now. So looking at the profile now, they're both going to go cruisy down this slope. What are we going to be doing? Like probably 5% gradient going downhill here. Should get some pretty good speed out of it. Then flat, there's just this last little bump right here on the profile, bottom right hand side of the screen, that someone may be able to launch there. Yeah, this is getting tense, to say the least. Okay, so there's just two of the... We actually have two viewers. Maybe they count me as one of the viewers. Could you imagine? They might. And that's okay. Everyone else can watch tomorrow. All of our European friends will see this in the morning. I think there's a lot of interest in the Niteor races. Like that one race today had 20 riders on it. 28, 26, something like that. And, you know, I think the first events on Niteor, I could be wrong, maybe it was the America's Watts series. I think that was kind of like the first time I noticed it. It seems like it's grown a lot since then. So they're both going to relax here. Okay, 7% downhill, so yeah, they're hitting almost top speed here. Really looking forward to some changes. You know, with like the braking into the corners to slow the riders down. Then riders are going to have to drop the watt bombs and accelerate out of the corners. That's really going to change things up. We're all not just going to be coasting down the hills. I think it's really going to help the bigger riders on the descents. Because as it is right now, if you're a little rider, you're bombing through every curve at 72k an hour, same as the big guy. You're going to get slowed down now coming to the future. That bigger rider should be able to generate more power coming out of the corner and might be able to gap you off their wheel. So that's what I'm hoping to see, because it'll probably help people like me a little bit. Right now, as it is, at 72k an hour, a 90 kilogram rider can't get away from a 50 kilogram rider. It's just kind of side by side, really. You're both at top speed. There's nothing else to do. Okay, Dar's taking a lot of turns at the back here. He's recovering. Try to recover. Is there bonus points for this race? Let's have a quick look at this. Events. So if I go to the races here, I'm going to take a quick look. Got the old laptop right here. Route. What does it say? Anquela del Ducado. Races? Why can't I see this one? Okay, events. I think I have to back up one more. Here we go. Yeah, stage 5, La Vuelta, hilly, all bikes, no bonus points, no bonus time. So yeah, there's nothing extra here for points. So it doesn't make any sense to really kill yourself to get like a time bonus. You might as well just finish close together and then put it all on the line at the time trial, which looks like it's September 27th only. So each stage has been running over like 2 days, roughly. Let's have a little peek back. Has Logan got back on with Oscar? Look at this, folks. It's right there. Come on, Logan, get it. Dig in, dude. Dig in. I'm sure he's dying right now. He's right there. Riding 2 watts per kilo ahead of you. Logan's still pushing hard at 3. Oh, I saw a little blip of 5 there. Yep, just cranking it up. Let's see what happens here. Get back on Oscar's wheel. I think Oscar will probably just start riding more with Logan at this point. They're both like in no man's land. There's such a gap. Oscar's just coasting right now. Looks like Oscar forgot to change his bike. He's on the Ruby bike. Yeah, Oscar's at a dead coast right now. So, right now Logan's going, oh, well, now I'm all by myself again. That's what I'd be thinking, Logan. Check Logan quick. Yeah, sorry, John. I just did there. I just saw the catch. So he just caught him, passed him. Now, for some reason, Oscar just let off the power there and coasted for a good 20 seconds. Now Logan is ahead of him. Like, does Logan want to ride with them? Or are they in a battle for points? Again, I couldn't see the general classification of the stages. So behind them, we got Luis Hernandez, Johanna Pol, and Rodrigo here. Rodrigo, 16th place. He's just coming up the kind of like the second little climb. There's one more at the end here where this group of 3 is Wonk, Taquito, and Moss Boss. Better have a look at the front here. So there's one more kick coming up. I think these 2 are so evenly matched, I don't think they can get away from each other. The only way it would be is if just one's having a slightly off day. They didn't have enough supper. They didn't drink enough water. They didn't have enough sleep last night like me. It's possible. But otherwise, they're very similar riders. Let's actually have a quick look. They're around 4 watts a kilo. Okay, their numbers are going to bounce around. So Jefferson, he's got to be like, what, 70 kilos? Yeah, he's right on 70 kilos. Darth, he's a bit more. Maybe he's 75. Is that right? Yeah, it could be 70 as well. They're not that far in weight. We don't have a super pesky lightweight climber here versus a Clydesdale, a big hitter. We don't have that. These 2 are very evenly matched in terms of weight. So they've gone over that little bit of a climb together, that roller. Looks like there might be a little bit more here. Like, there's only 1 meter of elevation left, so it's just going to come down to a final sprint. Let's see. I wonder if they're actually going to do anything. It may be all on the line tomorrow. So, Friday. TT with no drafting. Use any bike you got. There's only one TT bike that's got a better weight rating than the others, and that's the Trek Speed Concept. Will that really matter on such a flat course? Probably not. There is bonus points, 2 times standard points. I don't really know what that means. Like, how do the points help you towards your overall time? I haven't figured that out yet. We are 500 meters to go, folks. We just hit the first marker. Winding it up. Darth just goes out to 7 watts a kilo, stretching out his legs here. We just saw the sign for Anquela del Ducado. Jefferson going to the front now, 7 watts a kilo. He's sprinting at 300 meters out. I think Darth's going to let him go. No, Darth's reacting now. At this point, it's just too late. He's got the gap, 20-meter gap. Both riding, same power. I think Darth just let him slip away there a little bit. So, good job, guys. 1-2. I want to catch Cactus Jack coming in. He's retired from professional wrestling, folks. Ended up losing 150 pounds. He's now down to a nice, lean, mean fighting machine. He's trimmed right up, shaved the beard off, got rid of the checkered jacket, and he's riding bikes now. 3rd place, Niteor Road Championships, and Anquela del Ducado. Great job, dude. We got a little bit of time here before the next rider comes in, Barrisville. So we got a big spread of riders here. Big spread of riders. What's going on with these two here? The battling warriors, Oscar and Logan. So, yeah, Logan's just pulling away now. Oscar just kind of like shut it down and now decided to ride at a totally different speed. I don't know if he's trying to help some people further back, maybe? Like, I don't know. It's like he just completely turned off. So Logan's going to have a little bit of a quiet ride by himself now. When you're done this, Logan, straight to bed. You got school in the morning. No playing video games all night. This is what I would probably do when I was younger, so don't be doing that. Bedtime. Okay, Patrick Navarre, 10th place. So yeah, a lot of solo riding here. So let's keep an eye on this. What do we got left for sprint finishes, folks? Viper 90 could potentially get back on with Barrisville, but the 300-meter gap with 1.8 kilometers to go, it's looking like they're not going to get back together. We do have this one here. Taquito and Wonke. Wonk. It's just Wonk. Wonk 99200. Yeah, who knows? Just a random number he kind of like with his fingers when he was typing. Let's see if we got any input here. Okay, so yeah, Logan did catch him. Yep. Logan wanted to up to the final hill. Okay, I'm not sure what you mean by that, John. Wanted to get him before the final hill? Maybe? Okay. So 4th place will be Barrisville unless Viper hauls him in, because Barrisville is under 3 watts a kilo. Okay, now he's getting back up there. Viper's able to push some good power when he wants. I'm seeing a lot of, 4 watts per kilo out of Viper 90. I can see the gear changes going on too. If you just stare at the numbers, like I'm honestly, like, you can probably see I'm not looking at the camera right here. I'm looking up there, and I am watching those numbers all the time. Like I said, Big Brother's always watching, folks. I know when people are doing weird stuff. I see it. So make sure your stuff's all good, folks. Make sure your weight's input right. Things like that. Let's keep it fair and square. I haven't seen any of that here today. I'm just saying that. But I'm always kind of looking at those numbers. What if I should, you know what I need? I think I need a camera that I can zoom in. So this camera, it's pretty good, HD camera. I have no zoom control. I think I'd like to sit further back and zoom the camera in a bit to fill the frame out, because I'm sitting so far forward. Yeah, look at this here. Nice sprint finish here. Up to 8 watts a kilo for a little bit. 4th place for our Chilean friend Barrisville. Viper 90 coming in next, 5th place. Just roll into that finish line, Viper. You got this. Finishing very nicely. So that's 5th place for Viper. Yeah, so if I was further back, I can kind of like... So right now, there, I'm now touching the screen. It's an arm's length for sitting right here. So I need to sit further back, have a zoom in camera, change this camera to the sweat cam, so I can sit back, relax a bit. Maybe I can go Countach, as I like to call it. I can just chill out, watch the race, and then I'm not like constantly looking up there. Long day, folks. Long day. I think everyone's had a long day today. Okay, so Neil Jose coming in next. Riding really strong to the finish here. I like seeing stuff like this. Looks about an 80 kilogram rider here. Right on 80 kilos. Saw about 400 watts there at 5 watts per kilo. Like I said in one of my things, it's going to be a new thing I'm going to say. You do the math. If you watch a lot of YouTube, you'll know who I'm talking about. Actually, you won't. He's this little obscure YouTuber I watch. Having said that, he probably has more subscribers than I do. So anyway, folks, right there. Boom. Let's do it. Gadoosh. Subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. If you're going to watch this channel, I need you to subscribe to it. Just help a brother out. Just help me out here. All you do is click on it, subscribe, just watch the occasional video. You know, you don't have to watch all of them. So we got Wonk coming in next, 7th place. Nice job. Taquito coming in. I can't remember I've seen Taquito before. You know, maybe it was the last America's Watts series is where I've seen him. That's gotta be that. Moss Boss is not that far back. 3.2 watts per kilo. This is someone that's more around my size. So this dude is around 90 kilos, maybe a little bit less. So 90 kilos, 3 watts a kilo, you're going to be at 270 watts. So yeah, he's right around there. Pretty close. It's kind of the numbers I like to see. So Moss Boss coming in next, 9th place. Patrick Navarre is now just starting the final descent. Oh, no, he's got a little bit of descent and that last little bump. They're going to swing around to the right side, and there's a little one more bump, and then he's on his way home. Then we've got a bit of a break back to John L. here. Actually, but you know, looking at this, I think that turn that Patrick Navarre is taking is just up there. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Just I'm looking at the camera angles and trying to see the same thing over and over. Here's Logan coming in now. He's cruising downhill here. He's got a 700-meter gap over Oscar. Further 2 kilometers to Luis Hernandez. 5 kilometers back to Johanna. And 6.2 back to Rodrigo. And it looks like Johanna will be the winner of the coveted low-level rider award. Am I correct about that? See, these are things I got to write down. I have a little pad. I have a little pad of paper that I write stuff on. Because I forget right away. I see so many numbers. But yeah, she's a level 15. Was there another rider that was a 14? Maybe I'm thinking of Juan Carlo here. Nah, it was someone that was still riding, I thought. Guess it doesn't matter too much right now. We'll figure that out later. Okay. Not a ton of people there, but that's fine. I kind of expected that. I just want this footage for Niteor. I want this footage for the Niteor dude. David, he does a lot of work with his website. And, you know, like I'm looking at it right here. If I look at the Niteor page itself, he's got the America's Watts League. I did a little bit of that one. The Muckers September and October championships are going to be on there. So here's Logan coming in now. Okay, he's just going down that hill. Okay, I got this now. Just the hills looks very familiar here. Some of these or similar here. Some of these curves. So yeah, Patrick's now going to come down and swoop to the left, and he will be at the finish. Okay. John L. Okay, we'll hang out with Logan for a bit. So the Muckers are both on here. Then we've got the Niteor Road Championships. We're currently on that one. Ooh, check this one out. Interesting. He's added more stuff to it. There's the Road World Championships coming up. Mamaki's Championship Series is on there. Wow, he's been working on. I swear it's changed today. So we've got the Team GRC Sunday short races on there. Team GRC historical data. We got the Team GRC Monday race. Cool. David messaged me a while back and said, "Hey, I'm thinking about putting a sprint series together." I can see it on here now. They're going to be AR routes, 5 to 8 kilometers in length. He's got 5 to 8 kilometers or 8 to 12 miles. Okay, so mostly flat. I guess it depends if there's bumps or not. Because 12 miles will put you out to almost 20 kilometers. Okay, so maybe I'll look at some of those details there. See if he's got any stages. Okay, no stages yet because he's still working on it. But yeah, really cool. He's got that going on there. What else do I see here? So he's got the sprints. Then he's got Spanish Vineyards race. Okay, so maybe that's just a one-day race. Then RSL. Who's RSL? Is that Mamaki? I don't think it is. RSL RMC. Oh, maybe it's a test he's doing or something. I can't really understand that. But I see something cool you called the Ruvi World Tour. Ruvi World Tour on Ruvi, dedicated to the great cycling champions. 24 races every Saturday from September 28th to March 8th. David, why have we not heard of this already? Send me some info, dude. You're my Niteor dude. I need info. Let's see what we got here. So starting this Saturday, folks, this is the first I'm finding out about this. I'm spreading the word for Niteor. Let's roll, folks. There's going to be 3 time slots, Europe, America, and Asia, to allow all cyclists around the world to do it. But I think there's probably only 3 time slots. If you miss it, you're gone. But there's 24 races, so wow, this is going to be like 6 months long. Really cool. And right here. Oh, okay. I know what these are now. I saw these named races. So the first race is the Primoz Roglic race. You know I can't say that word. I don't know if it's Rog or Rog. Second one, Tom Bonin. I love that dude, Tom Bonin. Uh-oh. Okay, so that was me. Looks like something just popped up here. You can see it on screen. Firewall, something on just an insta blip. Could be Starlink too. Starlink, there's a bunch of little satellites up there. I think they're about the size of how wide my arms are. They're pretty small. Apparently you can see them at times. They shine at night. They're not that far up. They're very close to the ground. We are in some of, they say if you're, the further north you are, like in Canada, you're in the best coverage. These things are moving overhead, so there's like little blips as you move from one to the next. That one passes over to the next. So there'll be like little 1/10 of a second blips. The good thing is everything buffers and caches now, so most of the time you never even see it. Okay, so that's the Niteor. They're gonna have this. That's really cool to see. I might take a look at that. I'm gonna find those races and see what they are. So that's something on Saturday. I was thinking about putting together a long ride on Saturdays. Ride race, whatever you want to call it. I'm thinking here, folks, with how I feel right now, we're going to follow Logan all the way to the finish because he deserves it. After that, no games, Logan. Straight to bed. Probably it's 20 after 9 where you are, I think. It's not that late. What's a few hours? A few hours of Call of Duty ain't going to kill you. Kidding. Just kidding. So we're going to look some more. And also here, check this out. He's got something here about the Fausto Coppi climbs. Take part in this challenge to remember the exploits of Fausto Coppi, 3 iconic climbs, Passo Pordoi, Col de Izuard, and Passo Stelvio. When's this going off? When is this happening? Okay, this is happening in October, folks. David, you need to let me know more about this stuff. Come on, man. Throw me some info. Let's do a promo. This would be really good stuff to do, like little short promos. My Instagram page is virtually non-existent. It does exist. I could promo this on Instagram. Even just shorts. Even shorts on YouTube now, you can go up to a minute long. And you can have awesome music in the background. You know what's really cool? Quick one here because Logan's going to be done quick. If you do a 1-minute live short on YouTube to fight TikTok, YouTube went out and licensed a bunch of really good music, like, guess what? Metallica. And you get to use it. They're 1-minute clips that you can use. So guess what I'm doing? It's going to be Metallica 24/7. We might mix in some Guns N' Roses, maybe a little AC/DC. It's going to be spectacular, folks. This is going to go off this winter. I think I really want to start doing those. So yeah, he's got a lot of cool stuff here. We just gotta promote it and get it out to people. So I'm gonna look at those that 24 race series things. We'll check that out. Hopefully John's still watching here. Oh, Logan's planning a quads destruction sprint. Here he goes, folks. He is like 13 watts per kilo, kid. Let's go. Yes, go, 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 dude. Love it, Logan. That's awesome. He's really holding it well, too. Really good sprint. Dude, I mean, that had to be at least 10 seconds there. I'm just going to guess at 11 watts per kilo plus. Really good job, man. I'm glad I looked at the message, John. I just looked at your message and I just jumped back and I caught it. Awesome job. Logan, it's memorialized forever. You will always have this. So, really good ride. Okay, folks. I think we ended up talking about Niteor a lot, but guess what? That's what we're doing. I'm going to end up jumping off here right away. I think I've been talking for almost 4 hours straight today. We've got to protect this voice, right? Yeah, he did kill it. As John says, he killed it. I think I saw 13.6, 13.7. Did he have to do a gear change? It looked like he did a gear change to me. Like he was like around 13, then he kicked it up again. So maybe he was doing a gear change. That's always the hardest part for me to do. So, Logan, great job. You're going to be tired. You're going to sleep great tonight. Anyway, folks, I'm jumping off because I am so tired. I just want to go to bed, watch some TV, chill out. So, thanks for watching. It's Inside Cycling World. My name's Colin. Help the channel out. Get some billionaire to help support me. And life will be good. We'll talk to you soon. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.